Duncan, have you ever tried a huhu grub?
No,
A locust or a mountain oyster?
not really my thing.
Well, what could be Aotearoa's strangest food festival is on this weekend. You might want to check in. Hokitika's Wildfoods Festival's been going for 35 years. One of the organisers, Cary Lancaster, had a chat with our producer, Anisha Satya.
The things that I see in the ads, bugs and huhu grubs and locusts, is that really what's on offer?
100%. Why wouldn't it be? We definitely do. We've got locusts. We have garden snails, which actually smell delicious.
Ooh, okay.
I haven't tried the snails yet. The crickets are delicious as well. It's surprising. We get a lot of people who take great pride in what they do with those weird elements.
I did want to ask, how do you go about finding stallholders for a festival that's as unique as this?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of hunt the internet, I guess, is one way, because there's a surprising amount of people who do it. The other thing is really word of mouth. We get a lot of applications once they open. We've got 57 food stalls this year. Yeah, there's not a lot of searching from my end, to be fair. Not in the last few years that I've been doing it. They come to me like the Pied Piper.
So it's been around since the 90s. Have you had locusts and huhu grubs from the beginning, or how did it start?
It started very small. Started off with one marquee and some food stalls, and grew to around 20,000 people at one stage.
Wow.
And then it was scaled back. But the event definitely wasn't scaled back. It's got bigger and bigger and bigger as far as the amount of infrastructure that's required. We now have great musical lineups as well. We've got Dave Dobbin, we've got Tadpole, which I'm really excited about as well, and the Lady Killers.
Yes, I saw, yeah.
Bunch they are. And they're bringing Annie Crummer, which is excellent. It's a really good lineup. Considering homegrown's on at the same time, I'm pretty chuffed.
As you should be, yeah. Good music, interesting food. It feels like quite a novelty event. A huhu grub, something people on the West Coast actually eat, or is it all for the flair?
We certainly eat a lot of wild food. There's a lot of hunters here on the coast. So as far as the wild meats go, which there is a lot of this year and many years, definitely is very, very similar to our diet. You've got the white bait, you've got the wild pig, the wild deer, you've got tar, you've got goat. All of these things are, reasonably popular here on the coast.
In New Zealand, farming is a huge part of our culture and our economy, but we also have so much wild produce. We have invasive pest animals, we have deer, we also have native bugs and spices, and there is so much goodness in the wild. Why do you think it's important that we make the most of that?
Well, it's a twofold answer, really. I guess the first thing is taking care of the pests and keeping their numbers down, but at the same time taking advantage of that wonderful resource that we have available to us, especially when it comes to, the deer and wild boar, etc. Yeah, I mean, it's all good to cull something, but if people need to be fed, it's there. And the foraging, etc., it's good to be grounded with where we live. We are Aotearoa, we are New Zealand, we are unique, and there's a lot of things that we have access to that, people just dream of having access to what we do. Just enjoy the general outdoorsness of this amazing place, especially here on the coast.
I imagine a lot of people come to try the weird and wonderful foods, but are there any things that people come back for over and over, year after year?
Yeah, so we have a competition called Feral Fashion. So people get to create a fashion statement, really, out of... Yeah, so we get things from people dressed as mushrooms to people completely head to toe covered in possum fur.
It's your world of wearable arts.
Yes, that's actually a very, very true way of putting it. It is. It's a cooler one than wearable art because it's, again, what we just unpacked with the wild nature and the uniqueness of New Zealand. It also encompasses that.
What's a wild food that you've tried at the festival at first thinking, oh, it looks a bit strange, and then now it's a go-to snack for you or a meal you look forward to?
I actually really like the crickets.
Really?
I really do. They're not overly available to me, but every chance I get, yeah. If I ever go away, and there's bugs on a street corner, they are really, really tasty. They basically taste like what they've been cooked in. It's like a little crispy chicken nugget. Get a bit of wing stuck in your teeth, but yeah, you can deal with that.
When I went to Thailand a few years ago, I don't think they were crickets, but they were small bugs of some kind, coated in this cheesy salt flour, and honestly, they were pretty good. If I didn't know they were crickets, I would have been none the wiser.
Well, it's a massive food source. There's so many insects available, you know.
You don't have much trouble sourcing vendors for the festival. Are they mostly big producers, or are they mostly really small family businesses?
Well, we have a good mix, really. We have lots of little family businesses. We have some of the larger food eateries, etc., from Christchurch and Nelson and Auckland that we've had in the past coming down. It's a range of commercial and fundraising opportunities. So the festival is also it is very Hokitika, and the people of Hokitika and the West Coast in general and Westland, they kind of are a part of it. So it's a really good fundraising opportunity for rugby clubs, theatre companies, etc., to find an idea, run with it, make it available at the Wildfoods Festival, and make some money and have some fun while they do it and get some coverage out there.
For anyone who's listening at the moment and is on their way to the festival or is planning a last-minute road trip, what would you encourage them to try?
Ooh, that's a good question. It depends whether they want to be grossed out or generally surprised by what they just ate.
Okay, let's say what's the first safe option, and then what's the craziest thing you could go for?
The first safe option would say be, you can go ultra safe and go with your venison, which...
Oh, that's boring.
Right? Or you could go with the old mountain oyster, which is quite a popular one, and they sell out surprisingly fast.
Right. Do you want to explain for some listeners who are thinking oysters don't grow in the mountains?
There's things that look like oysters that grow in the mountains, but they're attached to particular animals, generally between the two hind legs. Come in a little carry case, really, essentially. Yeah, they're testicles. They taste all right. I don't seem to have a problem eating them. They taste fine to me. They're a good safe option, but you can safely say to your mates, I ate testicles, and that was delicious.
The Wild Food Festival's Cary Lancaster talking to Anisha Satya.